and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the winners of 8 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Commodores will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here are our impact players. And it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. On the option. Quick toss. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He rifles one deep to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will go to work for the first time today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, what a move! Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big call in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Getting some heat. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he breaks into the open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Ventura. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You can just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
2nd and goal for this offense. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. You're getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. And offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Commodores line up to punt it away.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback will audible. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Ventura. Pressure coming. He's got him this time. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
A nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They're trying to get to it. Caught near the sideline, it's Collins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On the option. Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
What an unbelievable job by the secondary. No pass rush in sight. Quarterback had all day to throw, but they still took away all the options in the back end. Great job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. It'll be a draw. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Commodores want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
He's loose down the middle. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the 2nd level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set. First down. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Snags it over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Commodores have taken it inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, the back goes in motion. Thrust that arm out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. They're bringing it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Using his legs, it's Collins. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter in him.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown doors. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on third down. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna let it fly. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Now second and 10. Off play action. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Makes a connection. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Commodores have this offense rolling. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Coming after him. That pass is in. Probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. You've probably heard this before. LSU is steamrolling people on the ground right now. And this guy could be pushing what Leonard Fournette tried to do and getting close to 2,000 yards in the season.
And when you think about a defense, it all starts and stops with the run game. And I got to get that stop, but I can't stop this guy. I mean, he's been unbelievable, and this LSU offense has been so physical up front. Tell you what, I got to commit everybody to try to get a stop.
Looking for room at the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the beatdown has ensued.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Slips a tackle. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st and the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes his connection.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. The Commodores are in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Got room at the 35. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Avoids pressure. Feeling some heat.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Barrett. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, blowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
1st down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Running to the left. At the 45, on its way. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now, 1st and 10 from the 22. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Runs through the tackle. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice